regional trade and business connectivity. I extend my sincerest congratulations to all 2017 winners who will be unveiled shortly. As corporate governance is a journey rather than a destination, I encourage all of us, all of you, to learn from our winners and their best practices. And collectively, let's together raise the standards in meeting the increasing requirements in terms of disclosure and transparency of our stakeholders, i.e. our shareholders, our employees, our customers, as well, of course, the communities that we operate in. So last but not least, once again, on behalf of Bank Julius Baer, congratulations to all the winners, and I wish all of you, all of us, a great evening together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Torsten. Thank you very much. And for the most important announcement of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege of telling you dinner is served.
Okay, guys, I know you're enjoying the chatter, but can I get you to sit down? Okay. It is now my privilege and my honor to introduce the two co-hosts who will start the first of the series of awards that we're presenting tonight. And I trust you will also do the honorable thing of giving him some attention. Let me first introduce Eng Shinen, partner of Blue Ocean Associates, someone who you are quite familiar with in the boardroom. She'll be one of the co-presenters, and the other is a friend of mine. I will introduce you to someone who comes from a prominent family in Singapore, not unfamiliar with litigation, being a senior counsel and litigator himself. I present to you Philip Jayaratnam.
Thank you, Zul, for that introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be here to host the Best Annual Report segment.
Shinin, with your experience on so many boards, do you think boards spend enough time making sure that what goes into an annual report doesn't just comply with statutory and regulatory requirements, but also help shareholders and investors to understand the business?
Actually, I think boards have already moved well beyond just ticking off compliance boxes to showcasing strong performance in good years and directly addressing performance issues in challenging years. A real leap forward for shareholders. But more could be done to put year-on-year performance into the context of the company's longer-term strategic objectives. And let's not forget how important it is to keep it short and simple as much as one can.
Keep it short and simple. KISS. Is there an acronym I could use to help me remember that? No, escapes me. Anyway, I do think and I do agree that simplicity and directness are at the heart of all good communications. The shorter the better, and no buzzwords, please. Does everything have to be described as innovative and disruptive?
Perhaps you like companies to stick to 140 characters, like President Trump's tweets?
I think that's much too long. Most things can be summed up in 6 words or fewer, but I definitely agree with vocabulary of a 4-year-old. Let's try a few. Market bad, sad, or spend too much, sorry, or luck in, profits up.
Okay, I suppose if you get bored with litigating, you can turn your hand to annual report writing. Not.
I'm crushed, and I can't even blame the organizers for the script since we wrote it ourselves. You'd better invite our first presenters up while I recover.
To give out the Best Annual Report Awards, we would like to invite Mr. Tonston Linker, Managing Director and Branch Manager Singapore, and Head of Private Banking Southeast Asia, Bank Julius Baer Singapore, to present the awards. Accompanying Mr. Linker is Ms. Eleanor Lee, Chairperson of the Best Annual Reports Award Judging Panel and Senior Partner at Ernst & Young, which is the award partner for the Best Annual Report Award.
Thank you, Torsten and Eleanor. Now, on to the winners.
First, we start with the newly listed companies, and we have one merit winner. And the winner is Manulife US REIT. Receiving the award is Ms. Jill Smith, as Chief Executive Officer.
The second group is the REITs and Business Trusts. For the Bronze Award in this category, we have a company that is familiar to all of us, especially those of us who work in the CBD. CapitaLand Commercial Trust. Receiving the award, Ms. Lynette Leong, its Chief Executive Officer.
The Silver Award goes to a company from the same stable. It is equally familiar to those of us who ever go shopping, CapitaLand Mall Trust. And receiving the award is Mr. Tony Tan, Chief Executive Officer.
And now for the Gold Award. It goes to another blue chip name, Fraser's Commercial Trust. Receiving the award is Chief Executive Officer Mr. Jack Lum.
Now, for the companies below 300 million in market cap. For the Bronze Award, the winner is a rugged player in the offshore oil and gas market, Baker Technology Limited. And receiving the award is Ms. Jeanette Chang, Executive Director.
That was oil and gas, known as O&G. For the Silver Award, the winner is also in O&G, but a different and even more important kind of O&G, delivering babies. The winner is Singapore O&G Limited. Receiving the award, Dr. Victor Ng, Group CEO.
The winner of the top award is last year's silver winner in this category, showing the power of perseverance, Megacam Limited. And receiving the award is its Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Francis Yao.
Now we move on to the mid-caps, companies with a market cap between 300 million and $1 billion.
The Bronze Award goes to a company that nourishes families, Del Monte Pacific Limited, and receiving the award is Mr. Ignacio Sison, its Chief Corporate Officer.
The Silver Award goes to a company that refreshes weary travelers, Banyan Tree Holdings Limited. Receiving the award, Mr. Eddie C., Group Managing Director.
And the winner of the Gold Award, who has been winning several awards under the SCA umbrella, goes to Tuan Sing Holdings Limited. The award will be received by its Chief Executive Officer, Mr. William Liam.
Finally, we have the large caps, companies with market cap of 1 billion and above. The names are all household names and pillars of the Singapore economy.
The Bronze Award goes to one of our largest conglomerates, Keppel Corporation Limited, and receiving the award is its Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Chan Hon Chew.
The Silver Award goes to another major conglomerate, Semcorp Industries Limited. Collecting the award, Ms. Ng Lei San, Senior Vice President, Group Corporate Relations.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Gold Award. It goes to Singapore's largest bank.
Actually, Shinin, I believe it is also the largest bank in Southeast Asia.
Yes, it is. Congratulations to DBS Group Holdings Limited. And receiving the award is its Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Chung Sok Hui.
That's it for the Annual Report Awards. Our work is done. Thank you very much, Torsten and Eleanor, for giving out the awards.
Congratulations to all the winners. We now pass you back to Steph and Zul.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody. Please enjoy your dinner. We'll be back shortly to give away more awards. Thank you. That music is the cue to take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to present the Best Investor Relations Awards. To give away the Best Investor Relations Awards, we would like to welcome on stage Dr. Linda Wee. Dr. Linda Wee was previously from Capital Land. She's now an adjunct associate professor at the Nanyang Business School, NTU, where she specializes in retail. We also welcome Mr. Kai Nagarwala, chairman of Clifford Capital. He serves on the global boards of Credit Suisse and Prudential PLC. Linda, Kai, welcome to the stage.
Thank you, Steph, for your kind introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be introducing the winner for the Best Investor Relations Awards. Now, IR is a serious business. So serious that it was difficult to find any jokes on it, but we persevered and were successful. So here goes. Linda, do you know how many investor relations officers it takes to change a light bulb?
I think 5. 1 to hold the ladder, 1 to twist the bulb, 1 to run to the accounting department to get the cost of the bulb, 1 to seek legal counsel for the added liability, and finally 1 to release a press release for the increase in luminosity. So 5, Kai?
No.
No?
Not at all. That's too many. The real answer is none.
Why?
Because management prefers to keep investors in the dark. It's only a joke, and a rather poor one at that. But actually, on a more serious note, one of the things that struck us in preparing for the conference was the broad spectrum of information investor relations officers are expected to know if they are to do their job right. So let me ask Linda, what then are the tenets of effective investor relations?
Kai, that's such a serious question, and everybody's having fun. So I think the fun way is to give them an acronym. What do you think?
Go ahead.
Okay, 3 letters, ACT, A-C-T. A stands for accessibility to internal as well as external stakeholders. C stands for competency, competent to do the job. And T, transparency in corporate governance. So there you go, Kai, ACT.
Well said, well said. All the winners have displayed ACT, being accessible, competent, and transparent. But now it's our turn to act. To present the Best IR Award, we would like to invite Mr. Anthony Tan, Deputy CEO of Singapore Press Holdings, to do the honors. Accompanying him are Mr. Lee Swan Hyang, co-chair of Best IR Award Judging Panel, and Mr. Ong Pang Thai, Managing Partner of KPMG, the award partner firm for the best IR. Now for the moment of truth. Linda, would you do the honors to unveil the winners?
Sure, Kai. For the newly listed company category, we have 2 merit winners in alphabetical order. First up is One Stop security solutions provider in Singapore and Malaysia, Sakura Group Limited. And receiving the award is Chief Executive Officer Mr. Paul Lim. The next winner is a global lubricant brand known for performance, value, and reliability, United Global Limited. And receiving this award is Managing Director Mr. Jackie Tan.
For the second category, REITs and Business Trusts, the Bronze Award goes to a real estate investment player in the Greater China region, Mapletree Greater China Commercial Trust. And receiving the award will be its Vice President Investor Relations, Ms. Elizabeth Liu. For the Silver Award, the winner invests in business and industrial real estate, Ascendas Real Estate Investment Trust. Receiving this award is its Head of Capital Markets, Ms. Yo Kit Peng. And the winner of the Gold Award is a leading commercial real estate investment firm that believes in building people, building communities, Capital Land Commercial Trust, and receiving the award is its Chief Executive Officer, Ms. Lynette Leong.
Moving on to the next category, companies below $300 million in market cap. For the Bronze Award, the winner is a global multidisciplinary professional services firm, Zico Holdings Inc. And receiving the award is Executive Director Mr. Kelvin Ng. For the Silver Award, the winner engages in the accommodation and optical storage media business, Centurion Corporation Limited. And receiving the award is Investor Relations Manager Mr. David O. The Gold Award goes to a leading company that provides the perfect parts and tools on time, every time, Micro Mechanics Holding Limited. And receiving the award is Chief Financial Officer Mr. Chow Kam Wing.
Now it's time to move on to the mid-caps, companies with market caps between 300 million to 1 billion. The Bronze Award goes to a company that is synonymous with resting and relaxing. They develop, own, and manage resorts, hotels, residences, and spas worldwide. The winner is Banyan Tree Holdings Limited, and receiving the award is its Group Managing Director, Mr. Eddie C. The Silver Award goes to an investment holding company that engages in property development and investment hotel management and industrial services globally, Tuan Singh Holdings Limited. Receiving the award is its Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Chong Chow Yuen. And the winner of the Gold Award goes to a brand that believes in nourishing families, enriching lives every day. A brand that we are familiar with in food, beverage, and related products worldwide. Del Monte Pacific Limited. The award will be received by Investor Relations Manager, Ms. Jennifer Lui. Now, one thing I've learned is that you should always give ladies the last word. So, Linda, will you do the honors for the next category?
Thank you, Kai. Finally, for companies with market cap of $1 billion and above, the Bronze Award goes to a real estate company in retail, residential, hospitality, commercial, and industrial. Fraser Centrepoint Limited, and receiving the award is Chief Corporate Officer and Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Chia Kun Sun. The Silver Award goes to a company that engages in utilities, marine and urban development, Sembcorp Industries Limited, and receiving the award is Senior Vice President, Group Corporate Relations, Ms. Ng Lei San. Last but not least, the Gold Award goes to a leading real estate company who believes that the future is theirs to build, and they aim to build value everywhere they go. City Developments Limited, and receiving the award is Chief Financial Officer Ms. Yoon Yim Min. Thank you, Mr. Tan, Mr. Lee, and Mr. Ong for handing out the awards. So back to you, Kai. Any last words for our winners tonight?
Well, I think we heard a little bit about social media earlier, and one of the things that I would say is that in investor relations, social media is becoming extremely important. So don't ignore it, manage it, don't let it manage you. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations to all the winners. Thank you.
I do quite a lot of things. I'm actually bringing a sponsor.
In Hungary?
Okay, next up, guys, we are going to have a very special treat. You know, they say that there are a lot of disruptive forces in the market. They say